Hi, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. So last night and this morning was on the heavy remote neural monitoring. The neuropredator department was trying to again do sleep deprivation. Usually at night when I'm sleeping, they have been remote neural monitoring and basically using their sirens every time certain thoughts come to my mind. So, for example, I spoke to Pamela yesterday and, found out that her so called trip to Amsterdam, that so called job trip, was only 2 days for her job. So, for the rest of the, the, um, the days that she's there until, so she left Tuesday, the meetings were Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I guess she just did a little mini vacation with one of her work female friends. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So this is where the extra 2 days thing came from when she was talking to me, and at first she had told me it was from Wednesday to Friday, but then I guess she decided on spending the 2 extra days with her friend. So yesterday she like we took a trip to Paris and it was amazing. I said, good for you, happy. And so after I spoke to her last night, I went to bed, and just again they started with the remote neural monitoring. So whenever they start with remote neural monitoring, I start having these rampant thoughts, right? Because again, they're doing this, it causes me to have all these racy rampant thoughts. But I was trying to just ignore certain things and just, like I have my defense mechanism, right? So then when I woke up this morning, again, my alarm went off, and as soon as I reached my phone, they started using the sirens, and then sending me subliminal message about being quiet, not talking about, you know, the stuff that's happening, right? And so then I started. What they'll do too is have me fixated on my slippers, my sandals, right? So let me show you guys my sandals. Um, these sandals. There are times when whenever I go to put my sandals on, I'll look down. They'll either use the sirens or the car horn, either what have you. So anyway, also today I had uh, got a graphics card off of eBay. It was a pretty good deal. It was the AMD RX. What is it, 6700? It's a 10 gigabyte graphics card, what have you. And I have a 165 hertz monitor, so um, having to play at medium settings can't really achieve that. So I was like, hey, this is a great deal on this card. So I ended up getting the card. So of course, they don't want me buying stuff, right? This is how they, it's about control, right? Controlling what you, particularly if you're a black person, it's like this whole thing, when they, because black, some black people on welfare will have like steak. Like, what's the big deal of buying steak, right? Or black, they shouldn't be buying steak or have it. Meanwhile, you have wealthy white people, right? Or well-to-do white people who are getting food stamps, who are getting disability. They're driving Mercedes Benz. They're eating at five-star restaurant. They're on golf courses. All right, you can go to YouTube. You'll see. You'll Google now. Go to YouTube and white men and golf course offer to pay black women in food stamps. So they're on golf courses and they're receiving food stamps. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, it's when it comes to us black people, they try to control everything that we do, right? And again, even though they're the one that have the U.S. government non-consensual experimentation, illegal microchipping, basically disabling me, hitting me with what is called vibrational acoustic weapons. So my bones will start to rattle and vibrate, right, causing serious spinal, uh, you know, injury, right? Serious enough to where people, when I go get my X-ray, they're like, "Hey, when were you in a serious car accident?" And I'm like, "I haven't." And they're puzzled as to why, or my brain injury, and they're puzzled as to why um, I have what looks to be concussions without any type of blunt force uh, impact or trauma to my head, right? But again, no one wants to, you know, listen to what we as TI say. until the diplomats get hit with the same thing and exhibit the same type of brain injury, traumatic brain injury, and even spinal injury also, because I'm sure a lot of them have their spine have been affected, and also the neurological aspect of what was done to them, right? And the psychological aspect of it, right? So again, getting away with these things, and I talk about how, this type of this revolution that's taking place, and people don't want to believe it's a revolution, but the use of religion, particularly within the black community and black people, and to get them to look at this as a more of a biblical thing that's happening instead of more of a scientific and of a certain group of people who want to control and have dominant power over everybody else. They don't see it as that, right? They just look at things from the religious aspect, and this is why we are in the condition that we are in as black people. Okay, so like I said, when the mass unemployment comes, if because I said I've been saying this for years, all these subliminal messages they've been sending me, that we see these things, and again, I'm not a prophet now, but this is them because of their sociopathic and psychopathic dark triad mindset, because they know that no one is going to accept what I say, right? I'm not going to say the word belief, but no one's going to look at the truth and see what's going on, right? So again, when you have two candidates for president, one clearly showing you what he's going to do, and the other one who is as of a certain age, and I believe they've been using this technology on the president to deteriorate his cognitive ability even further, right? But again, they'll attribute it to his age, right? But again, this is how they do things, in such a way as to, because they're very patient, right? So in such a way as to, when they hit you with these weapons, to try to attribute it to your age group. Now remember, my targeting began in my late 20s, right? And I've had this injury since of a decade of going through this, a decade and a half of going through this. A decade of going through this. I think I got, about a decade, right, of being hit with these weapons. When I got my X-ray, hit a whistle. You guys heard that, right? Again, this is what they do. So it again documented. I have documentation to show. So it's not just an old age, right? Though my body feels like an older age as it is, because everything cracks. My elbow cracks, my knee cracks. Every time I turn, I hear cracking my back, my neck. And again, why? Why is that? Because when you're hit with these weapons, what it does, it evaporates the moisture from your skeleton structure, right? And the joints, the cartilages, they become hardened, right? So I shouldn't be having these sort of symptoms at this age, right? Particularly since I don't, I eat pretty well, I don't eat a lot of junk food, and I take a lot of supplements and vitamins, for my health, because I know exactly what it is that they do and how it affects me. So, even with the proof, right? People don't want to know, but they just want to believe. They believe and believe and believe. And so keep believing, and you guys are going to see exactly what we as TIs have been talking about. Not just me, but other TIs have been talking about. All right? Talk to you guys in the next video.